Mahalo for tuning in to Island Focus and joining me in meeting Sanoe Marfil, who is the Chief Program Officer with INPEACE. Glad you could be with us. INPEACE, what a fabulous name. Can you explain a little bit more about what it stands for and what your programs are?
Sure. INPEACE stands for the Institute for Native Pacific Education and Culture. We're a Native Hawaiian nonprofit organization statewide. We're on 4 islands, and we have many different programs. Our areas of focus are around educational equity and teacher development, early learning and school readiness, as well as financial capabilities and economic sustainability.
You know, my familiarity with INPEACE has to do with early childhood and also the relationship between parents and children. That's very important for your organization and particularly for your role.
It's important because we feel that the success for our children, for them to succeed, is based around our Ohana unit. And so if we can continue to educate and to provide opportunities and resources for the families, then the children will succeed.
So it must be very comfortable for you to be in the Kroc Center here with their vision of building community in a more urban, suburban setting.
We have had many events here as an organization, and we try to partner with the Kroc Center as much as possible.
So maybe you could describe a little bit about what that partnering would look like, not just with the Kroc Center, but being on neighbor islands as well.
We really look for the need, and communities come to us with the need that they see within their community. And so it might be early childhood education, it might be financial capabilities, economic development. It kind of depends on what the community needs. And then we further discuss how we might go about in creating programs for those communities.
You know, at this time in the world when there is so little peace or peace is in jeopardy, how do you integrate that idea of peace in the work that you do?
I think when we think about peace and this idea of maluhia, right, in Hawaiian, it's really around the family dynamic and do they have the supports in place that they need in order to have that peace. And so what we bring as an organization is that support. We hold hands, we make sure that we are walking step by step with them and making sure that they know that we are there. You know, a lot of the times people think like you may be enabling that individual, but really the way that we look at it is if we have their back, and we need them to know that we got their back and they can depend on us in every single step that they take.
Well, and you also mentioned professional development.
Yes.
Not teacher training, I guess, is part of it, and adult learning.
From our perspective, we want our keiki, when they are going into school, we want them to believe that the teacher believes in them. We want them to see themselves in the teachers that are educating them. And we also want the teachers to be able to see themselves in the students, that they were once that age. And so how do we provide the opportunities and the needs that teachers need in today's world to be able to have them succeed and to be able to give them all the tools that they need to help students to succeed?
I would imagine, especially the kindergarten teachers, would be very grateful to have some support because ordinarily early childhood learning and preparation and skills is not integrated within teacher training.
Right.
How does that work?
Again, we definitely talk to our principals and our complex area superintendent to kind of look at the needs of the teachers. We also have peer mentor groups, and we have opportunities where we convene folks who have graduated from our programs who are now teaching in the Department of Education and Early Childhood Education classrooms to see what is it now that you need. You've gone through the process, you are licensed, are certified, you're in those schools, what do you need now? And so based on that, we are able to look for the resources that we need to make sure that we can provide those opportunities.
And specifically meet what you can provide with the needs of the people.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for the time that you've given, and look forward to hearing more about the success of your programs.
Mahalo yaʻu.
You've just had the opportunity to meet Sanoe Marfil, who is the Chief Program Officer with INPEACE. Mahalo for joining us.